Good evening, rockers. Welcome to a special edition of On the Rocks Total Entertainment, coming to you live from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip. Tonight is a special edition because I am interviewing an amazing band from Australia, Shotgun Mistress. This band I've been following for the past couple years, and they are amazing. And we finally connected and found the time to talk. So right now it's about 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, Thursday in Sydney, Australia. And here it's about almost 10 o'clock p.m. Wednesday night here in Las Vegas. So the time change is a little different. I guess I have to get used to that since I will be going to Australia next month with the Kings of Thrash as they tour Australia. So Sydney is their last stop. So that's where I will be the week of the 10th. So anyway, we're going to wait for them for a minute. Hopefully they adjusted their time. It's one day ahead there now. So we're just going to sit and chat for a minute. I wanted to talk about some upcoming shows that you might want to check out. As you can see, I have my Dead Groove shirt on. I want to say a special hello to Dead Groove Band, Mr. Fred Aching, Holly West, and Mr. Jeff Young of Dead Groove Band. This band is amazing, and they're going back on the road this summer, and they have a brand new date that they've added to their list of shows. It's going to be September 7th at, wait for it, the Blues Bar in Phoenix, Arizona. This is going to be an amazing show. There's going to be Black Days, which is Chaz Leon's band, tribute band. We know we love Soundgarden, but wait till you hear Chaz and his band do Soundgarden live. We also have a all-female Pantera tribute band. I mean, incredible, far beyond hostile. I cannot wait to meet these girls. They rock. It's an all-female Pantera tribute band. Incredible. We're also going to have a friend of mine, Josh Decker, and 10 Cent Revenge. Local Phoenix band is going to be opening up also at this show. Tickets, I think, are available right now for this show. I will be talking more about it when it comes closer to the event. I will be there covering the show live. Phoenix is an amazing area, and this band is absolutely killer. So if you're in the Phoenix area, I definitely suggest come rocking with me on the 7th of September at the Blues Bar. More information on that to come. So we're sitting here right now. We're waiting for Shotgun Mistress. All right, we've got Shotgun Mistress coming in. Hey, David. I can't hear you.
There we go.
Yay.
I got it.
Yeah.
Hello, how you going?
How are you?
I am really well, thank you. I'm actually at work, but it's all good.
Oh my gosh. I know we kind of got the date because I know it's Thursday there.
Yes. Glenn did say Wednesday, and I thought it was yesterday, but that's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult to I'm going to Australia next month, so I better get
right.
I better get my days straight when I get out there.
Oh, love it.
I know. Well, thanks for coming on. Now, are you going to be the only one on?
Yeah, I will be for today. Yes.
Okay. And we can always revisit this later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like later the summer, early fall, we can check back in
Awesome.
with you.
That sounds
Now
like a
I've
great
been
idea.
yeah, I've been a huge fan of Shotgun Mistress for a long time. And
Thank you.
as you well know, you see me, you know, blasting you
I
guys
see.
all over social media.
I do. I do. And we thank you very much for doing that too. Like, it means a lot.
Yeah, and it was funny because I've been listening to your music today, and I mean I've got a bunch of songs written down here, but the video that I saw, um, it was Bleed Me Out. I really liked it.
Yeah, that was a goodie to actually make. We had to film all the video clips that we've kind of got going on. It was over COVID time, so it was very difficult to try and film anything, I suppose. So all that was actually filmed in the garage with
Oh
like
wow.
our own self-made instant studio, and then just set up the camera and sort of did everything on our iPhone, which was quite unusual. And then we gave it to one of Matt's editing guys, which is a guitarist, Matt. And then he puzzle pieced that all together for us and made it look like a proper video clip. So that's a
Yeah,
little bit behind the scenes stuff.
right. And you guys did a really good job with that. Because, I mean, you
Thank
have
you.
a lot of music out. And, you know, it was really important to me to get you guys on because not only are you an Australian band, but you guys have a killer sound.
Thank you. we
You
love
know,
we love our nineties. We love our nineties rock and roll. We're all fans of, what we grew up with. I'm in my
right?
forties, Matt's in his forties, Ben's in his forties. We had our inspirations from AC/DC, your Motley Crue, your Pantera, your Guns N' Roses, of course, your Velvet Revolver, those kind of guys. And then we just sort of mixed it up a little bit. Ben and Matt were metal players, and then Glenn and I were more rock and sort of pop music, I suppose. And we sort of combined a lot of us together and come up with Shotgun Mistress.
Yeah. I mean, how did you guys come up with the name? That was like one of my
Well,
questions.
I wish I had a really killer story for this one, but I, I
That's okay. That's
don't.
okay because I'm sure the fans out there would love to know how you came up with the name for this band.
Well, Matt and I were sort of thinking along the line, and Glenn at the same time too, and Ben, of course. We're all like, well, our favourite bands for rock and roll were Guns N' Roses, Velvet Revolver. We're thinking, God, they've all got a really cool sort of name. That Matt's like, oh shit, maybe we come up with like a really cool tonic or a drink or something along that line. And we're like, yeah, but everyone sort of got that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, we need a gun or something, in our name. So we sort of represent what, our peers are and our idols are. So shotgun then came into that part. And then we had like a whiteboard with so many different bloody names on it. And we're like, oh my God, we just couldn't puzzle piece anything together. I think it was going to be Shotgun Remedy at first. And
Okay.
then Glenn turned around and then came up with the mistress part. And we're like, okay, yeah, that kind of works. And that sounds pretty cool. So, yeah, but I wish it was a better story. I wish we had like a shotgun wedding or
That's
something
but
like that. And then there was like a
but
mistress out there.
bands come up with names for different reasons. Sometimes
Oh,
it happens right away and it's, easy.
took a while for this
You
band,
know?
like to have the name. The music came really easy because, we all think along the same sort of line. Matt puzzle pieced us all together to have us all in the same room, I suppose. Matt's played with all of us before. Matt was pretty much my first guitarist when we were 15, 16,
Right.
playing together. Yep. And then we kind of ventured off and he went and ventured off overseas and kind of made a big name for himself over there. Then he played with Ben with Steel Affliction and Glenn as well. It sort of all sort of puzzle pieced it together and it was about like 24 years. And then we sort of
Wow.
all
Yeah.
came back together, and then I met Ben, and then I met Glenn, and it was like, wow, it just all gelled, and there's no real bullshit in this band. It's everyone just sort of thinks, we're all on the same page. We're too old for that crap. Now, we all try and sort of stay active and fit.
Yeah, we're too
I
old.
suppose it's probably the only way we can.
And it's funny because you guys have been together since 2018, and then you all kind of
Correct.
collectively came together. And,
Yes.
I mean, with 23, we're almost like halfway through 23
I
right now.
know. I know.
You guys have been playing out, right?
Well, we've been doing some shows. We've actually got a really cool one coming up within the next 2 or 3 weeks, actually, at the SBA Hotel in St Kilda in Melbourne. That's like a very iconic sort of venue back here in Melbourne. A few people probably know if they've been to Australia and sort of seen everything here. We're at the SBA Hotel with Electric Mary, bunch of rad rock and rollers from here as well. We thank them very much for, they've taken us pretty much under their wing and sort of brought us up a little bit. So to Rusty and the boys, we can't thank you guys enough.
Oh, wow. Because that's very cool because you're in Melbourne, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because my friends, the Kings of Thrash, are playing in Melbourne.
Okay. Whereabouts are they playing?
I can tell you right now in just a second where they're playing. Because the last show on their tour is in Sydney, Australia.
Okay, right.
At the
Bridge Hotel or
at
something
the Crowbar. At the Crowbar.
Crowbar. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, where they're playing in Melbourne is what Max Watts.
Max Watts. Yep. Awesome place. Very cool place. Very cool venue. Great sound in there too.
Yeah.
So they should have a really good time.
Yeah, Jeff Young and David Ellefson used to be in Megadeth together.
Oh wow. Yeah, right.
And they came up with this project, Kings of Thrash, and is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, cool.
They cover a lot of the Megadeth songs. From Killing Is My Business and Business Is Fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah. So
doesn't get any better, does it?
It's gonna be a great show. And my friend Chaz Leon, today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Chaz, if you're watching.
Happy birthday, Chaz, if you're watching.
And he plays a lead guitar and vocals in the band. So and Fred Aching is the beast on drums. He plays for the Bullet Boys as well as his own band, Dead Groove. He's amazing.
Cool name.
So I'm really looking forward to coming to Australia because it's been on my bucket list for decades.
Well, make sure you let us know when you're here, then we'll all get together and we can all actually catch up properly.
Yeah, I'm just going to be in Sydney. I'm not going to be in Melbourne.
Okay.
So, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe next time when I, there or when you guys come out to the States, definitely.
We're hoping. Fingers crossed, we are hoping. We've got a few things in the pipeline, sort of, if I'm allowed to say a few things. Our second album is nearly finished now, so be rare. It's coming for you.
Nice.
We're on to the final stage of final mixes now. So I've actually been listening to everything today, and it just sounded absolutely awesome. So I can't wait for you guys to actually have it in your ear holes, and hopefully shortly, won't be too much longer. If we can get the artwork back quick and everything done, then we can release it this year. If not, then it will be a release for next year, unfortunately. But that is ready to go.
Yeah.
Probably next year. We'll probably miss the boat now.
Okay, well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed, but we'll get together again when you guys are ready to release that record.
Definitely.
And
that would be awesome.
Maybe get the whole band together.
That would be sensational, actually. Yes. And do it on a night where we can all sort of talk and get together. And then, I think that'll work really well because at this sort of time during the day, we all work at this time. So if it was a couple of hours later, then it'd be perfect. Because what time is it there now over there?
It's like after 10 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so it's going to be pretty late.
But it's funny because I just did an interview with Fuel to Fire, Ben Albert from Sydney, his band. Yes. So I did his interview at the same time last week. And
awesome.
A lot of Australian bands are hitting me up because, either they're in Melbourne or Brisbane.
Yep.
And I'm going to be in Sydney, so I won't be able to do a live interview with them. But so it's working out great. That we got.
Well, I hope you get over here.
I know. At some point, I'm sure I will. But
awesome.
So let's talk about your songwriting process. Now, who collectively does all the songwriting in your band?
The first album definitely was Matt. Okay, so Matt definitely has all the riffs, and then he sends them to me, and then we sort of collaborate ourselves together, and then come up with the music side of things, and then it'll collectively go to Glenn after that. and then what we kind of are hearing in our heads, and then Glenn will completely change everything around and kind of give me like more of a Scott Weiland sort of thing, or he does his own thing, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I didn't really hear what you're going to do with that, but that actually sounds pretty cool. So everybody, and then obviously goes to Ben as well, collectively sort of puts in to the actual writing process. It's not just a one sort of, here you go, this is what we're doing, type thing. Ben on the second album has actually come in a lot and actually played, he was playing guitar, but he's played bass, sorry. But he wrote most of the songs for the second album. So you can sort of hear a little bit of a different, but we've sort of found a happy medium now between what's going on. So the collective sound is just, I think it's brilliantly done now. There's a little bit of blues, there's a little bit of kind of everything in there now.
Yeah, and I
which
think
is
that's,
sort of, we won't, yeah, sorry.
no, that's what attracted me to your sound, was the blues aspect and the rock aspect together.
Yeah. Yeah, we're big fans of doing that. So, as I said, like with the Guns N' Roses and the Velvet Revolver, a bit of ZZ Top, in there for inspiration and so forth. You kind of got to look at, who do we aspire to? Matt loves Slash. It's like Slash with Paul Gilbert sort of style of playing, with those little sweeps and shreds and things that he does, cheekily behind it in those solos.
Right.
But this album, this next album, his solo work, absolutely stunning. And it's just it's gonna blow your mind.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
I've shown a couple of people just a sneaky peek, but it was just like, they're like, oh my God, ace.
Yeah, because I mean,
hopefully done justice.
Yeah, I know you guys aren't dropping any hints or anything, so, but now I'm gonna be on the look, man. I'm really gonna be on you guys for the stuff. But you know what?
Yeah,
I love the song "Born and Raised."
Thank you. That's a great song.
A great rock, almost like a rock anthem to me. And
yeah, no, it's just, it had to be first on the album, like a first album, just sort of, because it just takes off. It's like you get you from the palm of the hand, just on the toms like Ringo would do, just dum 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 dum, and then Matt just comes in with those nice and it just gets you from the get go.
Right.
And it's kind of like putting in for an anthem with everybody. So you're correct. And that's exactly what we want to do. Not only in our shows that we want to play, but we want to have the audience involved with us as much as we possibly can too. So we sort of take what we do with our music, what you hear on the album, and then we sort of redo a few things for the live sort of performance. So we really get active with the audience too, and then get them involved with us. And that's kind of what it's all about, is having fun with them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I don't know.
No, it's great to be on the show. It's all good. You can keep me as long as you want on the show.
I know. Right. It's great to have you on. Let's talk about what your influences are.
Oh, my direct influences, as I said, it would be definitely like along the lines of like your Guns N' Roses. My main influence is drumming. Like, I have so many different influences I grew up with and I look up to. Thomas Lang, he's an unbelievable player. Virgin Donati, he was here from Melbourne. Great band from the Southern Suns. And now he sort of works all around doing all these drumming workshops and so forth. Love how they do for their technical playing sort of side of things. But then you got like Chad Smith with the groove, and then you got your Tommy Lee for the theatre sort of style, and just that real fucking hard rocking, and just like Matt Sorum, Guns N' Roses.
Oh my God, yeah.
Vinnie Paul. Like, there's too many drummers. I'm so obsessed with all these different guys. That, when we're writing music, and I hear what I kind of hear first, I kind of really hone in on each of those drummers, and then try and grab like little bits and pieces like, oh, that would work, somewhere like that. But then put my own spin to it too, because it's not really fair to pin someone else's stuff. You got to make it your own. So, but I have my influences, yes, and then I try and just put my own spin to whatever's going on and just have fun with it, really.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what rock and roll is all about.
Exactly.
It's like a big melting pot of different vibes.
Different. That's a good thing to have. It brings us all together.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's like your band, I can't wait to see your band live. I mean,
we can't wait for you to see it.
You're right. I mean, you guys sound so great on record. I can only imagine how great you guys are collectively live.
we try and keep that sound so we do sound so we don't overdo what we play in studios, obviously, because we want to sort of sound as close as we can to what we're recorded. So when you come to see our show, you know, we want you to hear exactly what you're listening to on vinyl or the CD, whichever one you've got, or online, it doesn't matter. And just try and sort of make it so it sounds nearly exactly the same, because there's nothing worse than going to hear a band and then all of a sudden, you know, it's through to that. And it doesn't sound right. Hang on.
Right.
I think Glenn's trying to ring me at the same
Oh
time
yeah,
too.
because
Sorry.
I kind of DM'd you earlier. Oh, I'm on. He's trying to get you to make sure you're on.
He's trying to ring me. I'm like, God, Glenn, hang on, man. If I hang up, it might hang us up. So I'll just wait till he
No,
stops
don't
calling.
hang up. I'll tell him
No,
you're on.
I'm not hanging up. I'm not. I'm not hanging up. You'll
I'll
hang up
tell
in
him
a
you're
second. It's
on.
all good. There we go. There we go. Oh, that is ace.
That's
Just say,
funny.
look, Glenn, we're live. We're actually live, right?
Well, yeah, I'm recording this, but I'm gonna drop it on YouTube, so
Awesome.
it'll be on tonight, and you guys can check it
Awesome.
out. And I'll send you a
Yeah,
copy of it, and you can
that
promote
would be
it,
brilliant.
do whatever you want. With
Thank
it,
you. Of course we will.
yeah,
It's just
and
great that, you know, you're having us on the show.
oh yeah,
Glad that you love our music, because that's what we do it for.
yeah,
You know, we
and
write our
I
music
mean,
to.
my job is to expose the best bands all over the world, and
You're doing a great
your
job. Thank
band,
you.
like I said, I've loved. Like I think since pandemic, I think I've been following you guys,
Awesome. Awesome.
and
Yeah, I
I
think we
think
did. Like, we ended up with a lot of people following us, like just
yeah,
randomly. Well, we made a few decent playlists on Spotify, and people are like, oh shit, hang on, who are those guys? You know, the
right,
sound there where it's like it's a familiar sound, but it's kind of got a modern spin to it.
right, exactly. And I think there's so many great bands out there, such as yourself,
Of
and
course.
that's why I want to give you guys the opportunity to come on and let the people know, hey, check out Shotgun Mistress on Spotify. Check
Check
them
us
out
out. Come
on,
on.
but it's the truth. Why don't
Yeah.
you let the viewers know what socials you guys are on?
We're on everything. Okay. We've got Twitter. We're on YouTube. So follow us there. We've got obviously Facebook, Instagram. Oh, what's the other one? I keep forgetting the other one.
Facebook?
There's heaps of stuff. Yeah, we're on Spotify. You can find us Bandcamp, I think, as well, somewhere there. On all the usual socials that you
Right.
normally just search
The
your
only
parameters
one that
through.
you're
So
not
it's all good.
on, TikTok.
I think we're on that now. I think
Yeah,
we are on that now. I'm pretty sure that Glenn set it up.
try
I'll
that.
ask him. I'll confirm that one with him.
Yeah, because TikTok, I mean, I'm on all the socials as well,
Yep.
but TikTok is where I have all my live videos, because I do
Okay.
live
Okay.
videos as well as photography. I'm a rock
Yes.
journalist, but there's a lot of different sides to me that I do. And
Oh, that's awesome.
TikTok is amazing. It is the best platform for bands
Okay.
right now.
Okay. Well, that's interesting to know that. That's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, Instagram, great. But if you want to take your fans to the next level,
The next level. Yeah. Awesome.
and it's all in the hashtags. So when you're
Okay.
hashtagging, just make sure you're putting for you,
Yep.
and your other hashtag should be rock for you.
Right. Okay.
So
Thank you
you're
for the tip.
getting through to the people that just love music, and it just keeps, you know what I mean? It keeps feeding.
Of course. Yes.
Because yeah, I mean, it's incredible. The bands that I've connected with and have had on the show. I mean, these are
Yes.
bands that will never get exposure normally.
Yeah, that's exactly
And
right. There's so much good material out there this day and age too. I think a lot of people actually wrote some really good stuff when COVID actually was around.
it's
I mean,
coming out
still
now.
here, obviously, but
Yeah.
and
And
that's
it's coming
exactly
out.
right. So
Yeah.
the bands who put the hard work in, like then, are reaping the rewards for it now.
Yeah. And that, I mean, I think it woke a lot of people up, because I was interviewing bands all through COVID. And
Yeah,
as
awesome.
COVID really got worse in the it was really bad where you were. But
Of
I mean,
course,
it was really getting bad in the US. I shut the show down with Mike Petrelli and just regrouped to the
Yep.
beginning of 20 and 21 and just rebooted my show, and it's
Yes.
just exploded. The bands that want to come on that didn't get a chance to come on,
Yeah,
due,
exactly.
due to, oh, my band we just lost our drummer, we just lost our bass player and lead vocalist. I mean, bands were breaking up as this pandemic was getting worse.
Of course. And it destroyed everything. It destroyed the art. It destroyed a lot of, a lot of people, a lot of lives.
But something great has come out of this.
That's right. You got to take a positive with a negative.
Right. Great music.
Exactly.
Bands have gotten closer.
Of course.
Bands learn to work with other bands to create.
That's the key word right there. That was the key word. We're learning to work together as a collective, instead of being, I'm better than you sort of type thing. It's just like, no, let's not do that. Create a family, a network that works correctly and efficiently.
Yeah, and I think that was the big problem, especially in the beginning of the pandemic. A lot of these bands were not used to working with other bands. Like, I know,
exactly right.
I'll give you an example. Sam Bam Colton. I don't know if you know, he's a guitar player.
No.
He's not only in Dorothy, he's in Faster Pussycat, he's in Butterside, and he plays occasionally with LA Guns.
Beautiful, with Riley and the boys.
This is one of the busiest guitar players in the industry right now. And
it sounds like Matt. That sounds like my guitarist.
Right. I mean, I talked to him about 6 months ago, and he was telling me that this year in 23, he was going to have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's nonstop. I don't think he stays home for 3 days at a time.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
And
so he's using that full time. But people are hungry for the music again now, for like festivals and so many things. It's almost like, everyone's been locked up in prison for a little while, and we haven't been rewarded with anything until now. So it's just like, oh my God, I got to get tickets for this. And I haven't seen those guys for so long. So it's like, you kind of grab tickets to see them. Right. And it's just backwards and forwards, and it's great to get out there now because it makes you appreciate the live music.
Exactly.
You can see it in your house, in your bedroom, whatever. And that doesn't matter. Still do that, obviously. But seeing the band in person, then yes, it's a total, you get the full experience that way.
Now, how is the music scene where you are in Melbourne?
It's pretty strong right now, actually. It's starting to come back, and it's starting to bounce back a bit. Like, as everybody knew with COVID, it sort of destroyed it completely. And now it's like bouncing back. People are starting to come back out again. They're starting to not have that fear. Oh, shit, am I going to get COVID this time? Or, they're sort of really starting to pull their wings down a bit and just go, you know what? I'm just going to go out and see some bands. I got friends that are on Facebook all the time, and they're always out to gigs every weekend, supporting as many bands, as many shows as possible. So, yeah, I think the scene's going pretty good here at the moment.
Yeah,
which
that's
is great.
Yeah, because
I just hope it gets a bit stronger. So if it gets stronger and stronger, well, that's even better again. I've got a friend, Chris, who runs Destroyer Lines, and he runs all the festival stuff here with all the bigger bands, and he's going great. He sells out every time, which is always a good thing. And then, our label and stuff, like Mark, he's one of the hardest working guys in this industry, helping, new talent. And he's trying his best to try and do it, but he's got so many guys on his roster now on Golden Robot Records, and then we've got so many different entities offside of that. He'd be a great guy to actually have a chat to.
Yeah, you're on Golden Robot, which would be Mark Alexander Irvin. Are you on Golden Robot? Okay.
We're with Golden Robot Records and Crusader Records.
Do you know Eric
Eric,
Jacks?
Yeah, I love Eric. Eric is a legend.
Eric Jacks is a
Eric,
friend of mine.
There, man.
Yeah, he's in Nashville. He's touring right now.
I saw him the other night.
Booked a show for Eric.
That guy is a hard-working musician. What an awesome dude.
Killer, man. Eric Jacks rocks, man. And when I saw Golden Robot, I'm like, Eric Jacks, man. I'm like, this is great.
He's amazing. I haven't met him in person, but I keep saying we've definitely got to share a stage together, and
Oh yeah.
we just got to tear it up and just have a little bit of fun, and we'll bring a bit of Australian culture over, and you guys can show us
Oh my
how to
God,
do it
that's
over
great.
there.
Yeah, Eric
So
Jackson's amazing. He's one of the hardest workers
God,
in the
he is
industry
definitely.
again, because he not only
Yep, and his
works
partner Jen.
right, he's in the studio a lot. He helps and
Of course he is.
encourages other artists. I mean,
Yep.
he is absolutely one of my favorite artists. And
And he's
he
awesome.
was one of my first interviews, like 4
Okay, well there
years
you go.
ago. He is a
Yep.
hell of a guy. But I'm glad you're on Golden Robot, man. That's great.
Yeah. Well, we're on the side, like we're with Golden Robot, yes,
Right.
but we're on the Crusader, which is the same as Eric as
Yeah.
well now.
Yeah, it's
We're
a
both
sub.
switched to Crusader record,
Right.
but the network that we've sort of all created for ourselves with Ghost of Sunset and stuff as well. There are a couple of guys from over where you are too, with Todd Long and I can't remember the lead guitarist and the singer's name now. Anyway, but they're great guys too. But Eric is such a hard-working musician, and he shows and leads the way to show what you have to do. Not only when you get signed to a label, you think that you've made it. It's just like, no, don't think that. Like, you've got to help them help you. So you got to work nearly 3 times as hard to get back into everything now.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
all the platforms of like music now, obviously, it's so easy to jump online and listen to stuff, but going out and physically seeing them, guys, is the best way to see any rock band. Support them by buying their merch, helping them out.
Yeah.
Go and see them. It's just the best way to experience it and meet them. Go and say hello to them.
Exactly. And I mean, Eric has got some great merch. He's got a really tight band right now.
I saw that, and he's looking good.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. So
Yep.
I'm looking forward to interviewing his new band. I have to connect with him. He's been on the road. I think he was in Paris for a while with his wife, and I mean,
With Jen,
he was all over the place. So, and he was in Nashville. I think when I was in Nashville with Rockin' Pod a few months back, but I was so busy interviewing bands at the Rockin' Pod Fest and going to events and stuff, I didn't have time to connect with him. There was a bunch of people who were going to try to connect with me. It just was impossible. I wish I had 2 weeks in Nashville, but that 1 week goes by really fast.
Of course.
When
you don't have much time. Touring is a very, very busy life.
I know.
When you're out on the road, it's like you got to try and get sleep where you can. You got to eat where you can. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of, before you see us play or do anything.
Right.
There's a lot of rehearsal time. There's a lot of planning involved. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. So please be good to everybody.
I know, David. Now, before I let you go, if you could give advice to a future artist out there that maybe is just starting out in a band, what advice would you give them to be in the business?
To be in the business, just believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it, and believe in your dream. Like, never give up, like, on your dreams at all. Like, just keep going and believe in yourself. That's what I'm just going to say to someone.
Yeah.
If I can make someone smile in that crowd when I play, that means I've done my job. You know what I mean? And then just believe it. Just have fun. Have fun. The most important part is to actually have fun in it. Don't treat it like work, because then it becomes more of a chore. All right? Have fun, enjoy yourself, and actually get out there and try and play in as many bands as possible too.
Right.
If I can actually say that, because it creates, when you're on stage, the more you're on stage, the less nervous you obviously get. We all still get a little bit nervous, but the more you play, the more genres you play, the busier you'll be.
Exactly. And if you love what you do, your fans are going to follow you. You like to interact with your fans, which is amazing. And
of course,
I think
I'm no different to them.
Right.
I'm
and
no
I think
different.
Once we get you on TikTok, you're going to get a whole new group of fans.
That would be awesome.
For sure. Well, David,
thank you, Day.
I'm gonna send you back to work, unfortunately. But
thank you.
I want to
Thank you to Vegas Rock
so
Show for
much.
Goddess for having me.
Yes, I want to thank you so much for coming on. And again,
Pleasure.
we're going to reconnect once you guys get in the studio. Keep in touch with me.
I certainly will. I'll get Glenn to
and
let us know everything,
yeah,
and then we'll keep in touch, and then
yes,
we'll get us
and
all together for the next interview,
right,
and then we can chat all together then, and you can ask us all different questions and see
right.
how we all go.
But no, it's been fun, David. I mean,
No, thank you.
we've talked about a lot of stuff and gotten some insight on the
Exactly.
Australian music scene a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah,
And,
that's exactly right.
and I will be talking to you soon.
That you will, Dane. Thank you again for having me on the show. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Keep rocking, David.
Keep rocking. Rock.
Wow. One little part of Shotgun Mistress from live from Melbourne, Australia. This band is the band to watch in 23 and 24. They have an amazing sound. Visually, they're great on film. So I look forward to their future music and videos. Thanks for watching. This is the Vegas Rock Goddess, Carol Nevin. And always like and subscribe to On the Rocks Total Entertainment YouTube. And I'm going to say it again. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.